So we begin again, part 2.
So, like I just said, I do have a big lock for it.
What kind of lock do you use?
I have an On Guard, one of those big U-locks.
Yep.
It's inside still, but yeah, it's great. I also brought one of those coiled just steel cables to lock the wheels as well.
Okay. So tell us about this frame. This is a
PsychloX.
PsychloX.
Yeah, it's one of the 2 cross frames that Moots makes, cyclocross frames.
Right.
This is their, I won't call it budget frame, but it's not their ultralight race frame.
Now, you mentioned to me $5,000, so budget
On
would
this
not
one,
be a
no.
word that I would use.
Yeah, this bike, I think if you just get the frame just stock, it's around $300 or maybe $3,200. But the biggest cost addition that I got were these couplers right here.
Would those be
And
S
here.
and S couplers?
Yes, these are S&S couplers, so I can take my bike apart.
Oh,
I
my
can
goodness.
fly with it much easier because it'll pack into a suitcase size that's about 26 by 26 inches. So
And that's the size that you need to be able to...
yeah, that's regular checkable airline.
Right. And what type
size.
of box or baggage do you use?
S&S makes boxes and bags and stuff too, so I didn't bring that with me on this trip, but
Right.
I do have one.
Okay.
I have one of their backpack cases.
Right. So you didn't bring that with you on this trip. That means you didn't break down the bike?
I did not. I just packed it like a normal bike is packed for shipping.
Wow.
That was going to be the easiest way to do it. And
Okay.
just,
All the way from Tennessee?
Mhm.
And you put it on the airplane?
I UPS'd it. I shipped it
Okay.
UPS.
All right.
So,
Okay.
but other things that make this bike more expensive, little things like a pump peg here
Right.
for a full frame pump if you wanted to run one.
Right.
I've got, obviously rack
Yes.
mounts. I've got fender mounts too that are up underneath. This one is equipped with slider dropouts,
Okay.
meaning the actual dropout will move forward and back within the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And so this allows me to run single speed if I want. I can run disc brakes if I want to, because the one on the opposite side has the disc brake tabs.
Wow.
So
Those dropouts are just massive.
yeah, I future-proofed this bike as much as I could.
Right. Pretty amazing.
I've got a BB30 bottom bracket, which is the oversized bottom bracket shell.
Right. And what's the point of having an oversized bottom bracket shell?
It creates a bigger weld area, and it's just a stronger part of your bike. So, because a lot of the power transfer is right here through the crank,
Right.
and that's having a bigger bottom bracket helps strengthen it up.
All right.
So you can run all your newer press fit bearings if you want. I chose to go with a Chris King bottom bracket,
Right.
the regular threaded type, so I had to get an adapter, but this was a limited run of purple Chris King stuff that I did, so I got purple bottom bracket, hubs, and headset.
Oh, so you are color coordinated here.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. All right.
Sorry it's a little dirty.
Well,
But,
I think the viewing audience will forgive you for that.
Yeah. And then I had always heard that Brooks saddles are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I've never had one until this trip, but
Right.
I decided to go for it. And
So what do you think?
so far, so good. It's I think it needs just a little bit more breaking in, but
Mhm.
like a fine pair of shoes. I mean, it'll get really comfortable the more you use it. So
Super, super.
yeah.
And you have nice panniers here.
Yeah, so I've got some Axiom bags for the front that I had already from a few years ago. And then I've got some Ortlieb ones for the back.
Wow, look at those.
My suggestion would be not to get the city ones because they don't have adjustable side straps. So
Ah.
if you wanted to overstuff them,
Yeah.
good luck.
Okay.
But then, yeah, to round it out, I got Surly racks. I also have the Surly long haul trucker fork on it.
Oh. Yeah.
Moots makes carbon forks.
Right.
And I have one as well, but I needed to use all the available space that I could, so I got a new fork so I could load it up.
Very nice. So Moots is made in Steamboat.
Yeah, Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Okay. And what have we got here? This.
That is a bracket for my handlebar bag, which is also
Okay.
an Axiom product.
All right. And you have a nice computer here, Cat Eye computer.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
a Strata wireless there. Easiest computer you'll ever use in your whole life.
And the bar tape, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, this is Bontrager, which is Trek's kind of house brand.
Right.
I went with 2 different colors. This is just their regular gel tape.
Mm-hmm.
They make a few different kinds, but I just went for the color. So.
And what about the group? The group is Shimano 105.
It's a mix. So I've got a 105 front end,
Right.
so shifters and crank.
Okay.
But then I've got a Shimano Dior rear end, which is a mountain bike setup, so I can get the biggest gear range that I possibly can.
And that'll accommodate how many gears?
It's a 30-speed bike, so I've got a triple crank. I've got an outer 50 tooth ring.
Right.
The inner, I think, is a 30.
Okay.
And then in the back, I've got an 1136 cassette.
Okay.
So it's about as big of a range as you can get with road bike crank and shifters.
And the tires. What about these tires?
These are Schwalbe Marathon Plus Tours.
Mm-hmm.
The Plus is just a more robust version, I guess, of their regular Marathon Tour tires.
Okay.
I've probably run them now for at least 3,000 miles total.
Yep.
And only now are they just beginning to start showing signs of wear.
Okay. After
So.
3,000 miles. And what about the brakes?
These are kind of interesting because typically with STI road levers like this,
Right.
you can't run V-brakes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to run cantilever brakes or the regular caliper style. But this company, TRP, they created basically a mini V-brake that has some kind of modified pull to it, so it'll work with your regular STI levers.
Very nice.
They make a type for Shimano and Campagnolo.
All right. So, any hints and tips you can give to people that want to do some cross-country riding?
I would say just really go for it. Doesn't matter what you ride as long as you're out there doing it.
Okay.
I was in a fortunate spot to get a nice bike, and so I invested, and now I have a bike that'll last forever.
And a lock.
Yes, of course.
Well, super. All right. Well, so this is Mike Levin, Bike Preserve, Patrick, and do you have a blog or anything?
I do, yeah. The blog is curiouslyinquisitive.com.
All right.
That's my personal site.
All right, super. So our viewing audience can follow you. Thank you very much for telling
Absolutely.
us about the Moots. God,
PsychloX.
why can't I pronounce that? PsychloX.
It looks like PsychloX, but it's PsychloX.
Man, it's such a beautiful bike.
Thanks.
So, yeah. Well, that's very inspiring. Thank you very much.
Good, absolutely.
And we'll check out your blog.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.